Welcome back to the channel. Today what we are going to be discussing is the biochemistry checklist, one of the most requested one because I guess biochemistry is not liked by many including me. We are not going to be wasting any of the time. I'm going to speak very fast, very quick, very simple, and I'm going to give you the checklist which you need to have it before you enter your exams. So let's get started. My name is Dr. Smita Manas Singh and I have done my MBBS from CTGU and I've cleared my FMG in December recently. Back in college, biochemistry was my nightmare. Even now, biochemistry is a nightmare for me because I am not drawn to the subjects. I don't like the subject that much. But alas, what can we do? We have to go through it because there is no way leaving any subject nowadays in the exams, either be it NEET PG or FMG or whatever exam you give, because you never know which part of the exam you would feel like I wish I would have read that subject. So yeah. So what we are going to be doing today is I'm giving you the checklist as I have done before as well. I'm not going to repeat all the names or all diseases in the checklist, but I'm going to give you a review of it. The technique is basic, the technique is simple. I'm going to keep this video as short as possible. You just have to have this checklist by your side when you study biochemistry and have the notes, make the notes of these diseases and syndromes and the things like that, and get done with it. Trust me, if you don't like biochemistry as much as I don't, this is the key how to study a subject you don't like. Pick out the clinical aspect of it, no matter how boring or how rectifiable that subject presents to you. Pick out the topics. The clinical aspect always and always interests all of us medical students. We love the clinical aspect of it, but we don't like the ratta maro kind of things. So what you can do is pick out that clinical core thing and just do it, and that would be like putting that dots in your picture. And then when you are done with all those dots, and then when you join those dots, you'll end up having the picture, the complete picture of the subject. So that would be better, like far more better than leaving the subject and going to the exam. So if you don't like any subject, like suppose many people don't like biochemistry, many people don't like microbiology, you can pick out the clinical part of that, clinical cases and diseases asked, frequently asked, and especially with ongoing pattern. That would be the best approach to have for the subjects you don't like to study. Don't leave any subject. I'm focusing it again. With the pattern going on nowadays, either in FMG and other subjects in other exams as well, you cannot afford to leave any subject completely. You have to know something of everything. You don't have to know everything of everything, but you have to know something of everything. So yeah, let's get on with this. So what I have done is, first part is this Hurler's disease and Hunter's disease. It's a very important thing. You can confuse in these, but I would want you to, if you haven't studied biochemistry ever, like ever, and you don't like anything in biochemistry, I would want you to start from here. Just pick the diseases, make a short notebook or write in pages, whatever suits you. Keep going one after the other, and you would know half of the things in biochemistry. I'm so sure of that. And with the pattern changing, most of the questions asking will be clinical or clinically correlated questions. So there are high chances of you scoring. Suppose they ask you 6 questions in biochemistry this year, but maybe 1 question or 2 question will be like seedha ratta question, which you have to know the fact. If you don't know it, you can't mark it. But 4 to 5 questions out of those 6 questions will be clinically correlated, and if you know these diseases, the most important ones, you'll be able to answer them. I'm so sure of that. So don't miss on these, and please use this checklist to complete your biochemistry studying and go to the exam. You'll feel so much confident. You'll feel like कि हाँ यार अभी तो सब पता है, हो जाएगा ये. You wouldn't have to worry about it, right? So glycogen storage disease is very important. They usually ask one of these. I think they ask in my time as well, one of them. I don't really remember but I think they asked GSD as well. Another one is lysosomal storage disease. They asked like slide questions as well from these, like how they look under the microscope, the microscopic changes and things like that. So be careful of those as well. make a short, sweet note of every disease and include important things which could be presented in the exam or asked. Next is collagen associated defects. Collagen associated defects is like so important. They asked this in USMLE as well so many times, and it's like a hot shot topic for everyone. EDS, Alport, Menkes, and osteogenesis imperfecta is the most important four things, and you have to go through this. If I would want you to study one subtopic out of the things I'm showing you, it would be the collagen associated defects. So do study these and go. Next would be amino acids. Amino acids, these things, I think for us in December they asked alkaptonuria. For you, maybe they'll ask maple syrup, maybe they'll ask Hartnup disease, who knows. But if you know this, you would be confident in exam कि हाँ यार सब पढ़ा हुआ है, बायोकेमिस्ट्री में आएगा तो इतने में से ही आएगा, and you'll be able to do it. The mixed bag questions, these will fall in other subjects as well, like gout you'll be studying in medicine or ortho as well. Vitamin deficiency gets repeated on and on in PSM and your biochemistry, and even in your some subjects like optha mein vitamin B and all ka de dete hain ye log. So what you have to do is go through this. If you are done here with these things, they will get repeated again and again. And I have mentioned here the blotting procedures, southern blot, western blots. So practical aspect of biochemistry as well, like experiment wala part, the practical wala part also you have to know if you can. Like if you're done with the diseases and stuff, I would suggest you to go through the practical part as well, because sometimes they have asked questions, like many of the questions are there. Modes on inheritance mein autosomal recessive dominant, these things they are asking in pathology also. So if you're done with these things here, like you can be chill and calm कि हाँ यार हो गया इधर तो in patho का भी हो गया है. So it will give like a lot of confidence, it will boost your confidence a lot. And this one, I think galactosemia, essential fructosuria, fructose intolerance, these things are a little bit confusing. We often tend to get confused in this. In Hunter Hurdle also we get confused, some of us get confused. So I would want you to like make a table and put it in one side and the other side and then do it if you are getting confused in two things. Like having a table is always easier to remember, like recall of the table is like easier than a straight note writing kind of thing. Trinucleotide repeat expansion diseases are very important. This is a bonus I'm giving up here. And the mnemonic you can use is Hunt My Fragile Friend. It just has 4 diseases. You just need to know the names and what nucleotide is getting, nucleotide repetition is there, having a problem in the disease. So Hutchinson's, myotonic, Fragile X, and Friedrichs is most important. You have to know this. So thank you guys, thank you for your attention span. I hope this video will be helpful for you. And if you want to know about any other subject or anything else, do write in the comment box. I would love to have your feedback given down in. Thank you so much for attending this and being here with me. Thank you.